So, and I just can't help but notice how the tune in the media has changed, which again, this is obvious, but um, Republicans are getting some flack in Congress because they're, and I quote, CNN was quoting, they're trying to delay the bill. And yeah, they probably are. But I think what CNN is missing out on is the fact that, and I actually agree partially with what the Republicans are doing here. I mean, they're pointing out nonsensical items in the bill, and I guess they won. They're doing the I forget what they call it, but basically they're making them read the bill aloud. And the fact that the absurdity of this next statement didn't even resonate on any of the anchors' faces kind of proves the point here. It's going to take 10 hours to read the bill. 10 hours to read one piece of legislation. That is ridiculous. And I understand why the Republicans are doing it. And then that's followed by, I think it's up to 20 hours of equal debate. So like if the Republicans take 10 hours, the Democrats get 10 hours, vice versa. So if the Republicans take 5, then the Democrats will take 5 hours. And that's the max. And they have up to 20 hours to debate the bill. I'm not against this. I'm most certainly not. And in fact, I think I don't know what legal channels they would have to go through, but honestly, I'm not opposed to it being required that any bill that goes up for a vote in Congress be subjected to a live read. Because what that will inevitably do is it will make bills shorter. It will make them smaller. Because as we're all aware of this is nothing new. Basically, just any chance they get, they'll jam-pack things, as evidenced by some of the absurd items that are no longer in this bill as it stands today, not least of which being the federal $15 minimum wage. Now, before everybody gets bent out of shape, whether or not a $15 an hour minimum wage is a separate issue from what I'm talking about here. There's arguments for and against. There are valid points on both sides, but that's another debate. What I'm talking about here is what does a $15 minimum wage have to do with the immediate COVID relief? More than some of the other things that have been taken out. But if the aim of this legislation is to get COVID relief, why would you? It's unrelated. They're just trying to get some of their goals in there. Some of the more absurd items that are now gone is apparently part of this COVID relief bill was a bridge between New York and Canada. Do I need to point out the irony of putting in a transit bridge when the Canadian border is closed?